Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Kinks singles collection. In this video I'll be showing the 70s RCA singles. Now this is the period after their kind of golden era mainstream type stuff. This is the era that the Kinks kind of changed, not necessarily for the better, but still produced some interesting stuff. So anyway, they are now on RCA Records, and the first single I've got to show is actually a promotional copy of Celluloid Heroes. Now, although this wasn't particularly a commercial success, it is a brilliant song. Now, interestingly, this promotional copy has nothing on the B-side, that's just blank vinyl. So, yeah. And here we have a single copy of the same record. Celluloid Heroes, backed with Hot Potatoes, which, like the A-side, is from the album Everybody's in Showbiz, 1972, and is actually a really good song. Now we have another copy of Celluloid Heroes, except this is a solid center copy. As you can see, the cover isn't right, it's just a 60s RCA cover, you know, but oh well. Now on to Supersonic Rocket Ship. This is a solid center copy. And that was quite a success. I think I got to number 18 or something, which was the Kinks' biggest selling record for a while, and it would be for about another 9 years or something, 9-10 years. In England anyway. And that's backed with You Don't Know My Name, two actually brilliant songs, and the B-sides written and sung by Dave Davies. Here is a promotional copy of the double A side, One of the Survivors, and Sitting in the Midday Sun. As you can see, they both got A's on them. This double A side is from the Preservation Act 1 album. And here we have a solid centre single version of the same double A side, Sitting in the Midday Sun, back with One of the Survivors. Now here is something I picked up which I think is quite interesting. It's well, I'll say it's a misprint. Technically, nothing's been printed on this label. See, that label's just blank. I didn't write that on. Somebody wrote Kinks Midday Sun 1973 stereo on. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting to get a blank copy like that. But it's still got printing on the other side for One of the Survivors. Next is, I think, probably the best song on Preservation Act 1, Sweet Lady Genevieve, which is actually a really nice song. And this is a promotional copy here. And this is backed with one of my favourite Kinks songs of all time, believe it or not, from the Everybody's in Showbiz album, Sitting in My Hotel. That's also a really nice song. Here we have a single copy of that same one, solid centre. I would say this is probably one of my favourite RCA singles, to be honest, because a lot of the stuff being released as singles from here on out aren't really single worthy, to be honest. Anyway, this was an unexpected release on Pi. As you can see, they've switched to the purple label now, sort of mid-70s. And this is also a promotional copy of that release. They released Where Have All the Good Times Gone, which was the previous B-side till the end of the day. And the B-side to this is Lola. So, Pi just making a few more releases there. And this here is not actually the same single. It's a reissue of Lola on the Solid Centre Purple Pi label. And that's backed with Barclay Muse, which was the original B-side. So that is just a reissue. Back to RCA now. Now, this is Mirror of Love, which was released from the Preservation Act 2 album in 1974. However, as you can see, this is unlike the usual English RCA labels, and that's because during the oil crisis of about 73-74, they didn't have enough oil to make the vinyl, so a lot of releases were sent off to be made in France to be imported back in England, like the Beatles' Pathé and Marconi releases, for example. So this is the same type of thing. This is made in France, this single. Jukebox, obviously, and that's backed with Cricket, which is from Preservation Act 1. Now, what we have here is this single here is made in Britain. This is Mirror of Love again, except this is a completely different mix of Mirror of Love, because for some reason Ray Davies wasn't particularly happy with the first mix, which was available on the Made in France single just there. So he made a complete different version of it, and then he released a second single, and neither of them charted whatsoever, you know. But yeah, this is a different version of it, and that's got a different B-side as well, He's Evil, which is from Preservation Act 2. Here we have, this is 1975 now, and the next few singles are taken from the Kinks Present a Soap Opera album. And this is Holiday Romance. This is a promotional copy. What I really like about this one is, though, it's stereo on one side, and it's mono on the other side. And obviously this album was never released in mono, so it's really nice to get a rare mono mix on this promo here. Here we've got the single version of Holiday Romance, and that's backed with Shepherds of the Nation, which is from Preservation Act 2. Coming up to another promotional copy. This is called Ducks on the Wall. We're on the push-out centres now again, rather than the solid centres. And that's back with Rush Hour Blues. Again, 1975, and from the soap opera album. And here's a single version of that same song, Ducks on the Wall and Rush Hour Blues. Now for the third and final single from the soap opera album, You Can't Stop the Music. I'm going to promo for that one, but here's the single anyway. These singles are quite difficult to get, so you know. Anyway, that's back with Have Another Drink. Now, and yet another reissue from Pie. This is Sunny Afternoon. This is a promotional copy as well. Sunny Afternoon, backed with Sitting on My Sofa, which wasn't the original B-side, but they've shoved it on there anyway. And here's the regular single version of the same thing. Sunny Afternoon. Now, 1976, I think. This is the Kinks' No More Looking Back picture cover. This is from the album Schoolboys in Disgrace. No More Looking Back's a pretty good song, actually. This is a promotional copy, as you can see by the date stamped on the front. 23rd of January 1976. It's got two B-sides, this one. It's like a maxi single. It advertises lots of other 70s Kinks albums you can get in the back. There's the new album. That's fun. And here's the label. Promotional copy with the big A. Still on RCA at this point. Backed with those two B-sides there. Interestingly, it's got a slightly darker label on the B-side than the A-side, although that's probably just general wear and tear. Anyway, here's a single version of the same thing. No More Looking Back. Picture cover. There she is. Now we have yet another Pie reissue. This is Sunny Afternoon. As you can see, this is no longer on the purple label. This is now on the dark grey label. And that's backed with Sitting on My Sofa. Okay, that concludes part 2. I'll see you later for part 3.